Hey everybody, welcome back to our VictoryXR Academy tutorial series. In our previous lesson, we talked about how to bring in this big old heart there and how to make it grow, make it shrink, and how to move it around. So now we're going to get into some more advanced techniques on how to manipulate these objects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and delete it. And this time, we're going to bring in the brain. Here's our brain. So we're going to bring it closer to us with our joystick again. And we're going to place it down. Now, as I point at it, you'll see we have these three dots there. This is the edit section. We're going to click on that, and you'll see we have some extra options that we can access here. So let's say that I want someone else, like a student, to be able to manipulate this object just as I have. So when you bring in an object, only you, the person who created the object, can manipulate it. Other people, if they try and grab it and mess with it, they can't. But if you want them to be able to mess with the object that you created, you can go to Edit, go to Share. That'll turn the object's selection bubble purple, and that'll indicate that not only can you manipulate the object, but anyone else in your session can as well. The lock tool is useful to make it so it's difficult to accidentally select the object from far away. So if I'm doing some with my laser pointer and I accidentally click on the brain, it's not going to mess with it unless I unlock it. So that's useful to make sure that people aren't accidentally clicking on things. Now let's say I want to give my whole class a few brains. So I'm going to increase the size just a little bit. Going to go to clone, and the moment I do that, it'll create a clone of the brain in the exact same scale and orientation that I did before. So let's say that I have this brain, grab it, flip it upside down, then make a clone. The clone will also have the same orientation and scale that the original did. So if I have a class of 5 students, I'll give one of them to you, one of them to you, one of them to you, one for me, one for you, and one for you. There you go. Everyone gets a brain. Great. Now it's useful advice to not go too crazy with these, as you know, all hardware have their limitations. So I wouldn't advise having 100 of these, especially if you or your attendees are attending via a mobile headset such as the Oculus Quest, or even on a mobile tablet. So just be mindful of how many objects you're bringing into the scene at once, and make sure you're not bogging students down by having too many objects, right? All right, great. So in our next lesson, we're going to get into some even more advanced techniques. So I'll see you there.